James here from goodguitarist.com, and in today's lesson I'm going to show you how to play Lazy Song by Bruno Mars. First thing we need to do for this tune is put a capo on the 4th fret. So 1, 2, 3, 4, here it is. Make sure it's nice and snug, that all the strings work. We don't want any buzzing notes or anything like that. And it'll put you slightly out of tune, so just tune to the nearest note. The 4th fret is supposed to be A flat, so that should be A flat, and so on. Anyways, as far as the song's concerned, it's pretty simple, just uses mostly open chords. There's one bar chord in there, but I'll show you a way to get around that. I'll show you an easier way to play it. This sounds almost the same as the bar chord. And if you need any extra help with the chords, we have an ebook. It's available for free to all of our subscribers. It goes over chords, chord switching, strumming, all the foundational stuff. So if you're just starting to learn the basics, that's a really good resource. And if you want to go back and make sure that you have a solid foundation, it's good for that too. There's a link down below in the description. Anyways, let's start out with the verse, which is just 3 chords, 3 really common chords. We're going to start off with G. And from there we go to D. And notice when I switch from G to D, I leave my 3rd finger down. See, I can just leave it down. That's a really helpful tip that'll get you a nice, clean, fast chord switch. Just going through it, even without strumming, just practicing the movement. Really helpful. Then from D, we go to C. And for C, we can cover up the low string with our thumb. That helps make sure we don't, accidentally get that low note. So that's all we need for the verse. Let's practice switching through them in order now. Starting out on G. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so make sure that you can play the chords in order just like that, making nice clean switches. And then we can take a look at the strumming pattern, which goes like this. I'll do it nice and slow. That's a really simple pattern, but it's all in the details. That's what'll make it sound like the song. First, we go down, but we're just playing a really little downstroke that just gets the lower notes of the chord. So on G, if I was on D, I'd be getting those ones. On C, getting those ones. Whatever the lowest sounding notes of the chord are. So we start off back to our G chord, doing that. I'll call that a root strum, R. So root, and then we play the high strings. We do a little chop, just really quick. Just practice that. Just try to get that sound, that chop sound. And after I do it, I just use the side of my hand to mute the strings. So chop, mute. So here's what we have so far. Root, chop, and then we just do another chop. So just try that a whole bunch, trying to get that sound. It's all downstrokes, but we're playing on the off beat. So you might hear something about upstrokes or whatever, but upstrokes just don't sound 100% right. Even in reggae music, which I've seen in other tutorials, they reference reggae in this song. If you watch a lot of reggae performances, they're doing downstrokes. They're playing on the off beat, but they're doing downstrokes because it just sounds fatter. So work that out on the G chord, then try it out on D and then C, just to make sure you really have the pattern. Then we can put it all together, the chord progression plus the strumming. Let's do it nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the pre-chorus, we're going to need 2 new chord shapes. First is A minor. That's another, basic open chord. Get your thumb on that low string, just like C if you want to mute it. And B minor. So ideally, we'd play it with the bar chord. But if that's a bit too tricky for you, we can actually play it just 3 notes. I have my first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, then mute, 2nd, and then the 3rd fret. And if you have your fingers like this, you get a bunch of random notes. They don't sound that bad with this chord, but if you slant your fingers, see, it mutes all the excess strings, so be sure to do that. Now let's take a look at the chord order. And we're only going to play through this progression once because that's how they do it in the song. Starting on A minor, 2, 3, 4. And when we play that with the strumming pattern, on the very last chord, on that D chord, we're actually just going to do a downstroke on beat 1, so it's going to be like, just a downstroke, we just let it ring, and then we start playing the chorus. So once you have those chords together, you can play through them in order. Let's practice that with the strumming pattern nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, next we have the chorus, and the chorus is just like the verse. We do that same progression, G, D, C, 3 times, and then the 4th time, it's a little different. We're gonna change the D chord into a B7 chord, and there's 2 ways you can do it. On the recording, they use that shape, and that's just a bar chord. That's like, it's an A7 chord, moved up 2 frets. An easier way to play it though is like this. And you'll find that chord in our ebook, if you want extra help with that one. Anyways, for the 4th time, we go G, B7, then C, instead of G, D, C. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. So just practice that, going G to B7 to C, downstrokes only, just practice it a little yourself just to make sure that you have it. And on the very, very last measure of the chorus, we're going to play C 1 time with the strumming pattern. And then we just do a downstroke and let it ring. So that's at the very end, we just do a downstroke on C, let it ring out, and then we, go to the next part of the song. And when you're ready, we can play that with the strumming pattern. We're going to play the chorus together nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now the last part we have to take a look at is the bridge. And for the bridge, we're gonna need 1 new chord shape. It's E minor, super easy chord. And the chords, it's just the same thing 4 times in a row. Starting on A minor, let's just play through it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it, we just do that 3 more times. So we're just practicing the switches. Couple more. So like most of the other sections, at the very end of this one, we do a downstroke and just let it ring out, and then that gives us like a little stop, some quiet time to pick up into the next bit. Anyways, let's practice that together now with the strumming pattern nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how you play Lazy Song by Bruno Mars. Just like the recording, using the same voicings. I simplified a couple of them. I showed you an easier version for 2 of them, but you can definitely, if you can get those bar chords, that would be awesome. Remember, it's all in the subtlety with that strumming pattern. Getting those nice short chops. If you need any help, don't forget to check out our free ebook or our premium beginners course that, goes over all the basics step by step. And you can also ask any questions you have in the comments section down below. So I hope you have a fun time practicing this one, and I'll see you soon.